What's going on, guys? And today I'll be teaching you the card trick David Blaine used to fool the president. Let's get into it. Now I'm very excited to share this trick with you because this is one of the first tricks that I saw David Blaine perform. And I'm going to put two links down in the description, one where he performed it for the president, and one is a full street performance. And I'll of course give you a little performance myself, but definitely check those links out. So to get started, we have the Queen of Clubs. Now I'll take the Queen of Clubs and I'll leave it right here. Since I don't have a spectator, I'll just pretend it's in the spectator's hand. So here's the Queen of Clubs, and here we have the Queen of Spades. Now I'll take the Queen of Spades and I'll leave it on top of the Queen of Clubs. So now we have the Queen of Clubs on the bottom and Queen of Spades on top. Now if I take the Queen of Clubs, what card is remaining? This card, of course, would be the Queen of Spades. So if this is the Queen of Spades, and I put the Queen of Clubs on top, we should have the Queen of Spades on the bottom and Queen of Clubs on top. Now it would be very impressive if the Queen of Clubs was actually on the bottom and Queen of Spades was on top. But it would be even more impressive if we took both of those cards and had them switch to the two red aces. Let's get into the tutorial. Now this trick is what David Blaine calls the 2 card Monte. And the basic setup for the trick is like this. Now in the version I did, I used the 2 queens and the 2 red aces. So the 2 queens are on the outer edges, while the 2 red aces are in the sandwich right in between them. Now all we're going to do is we're going to take this packet and put it right on top of the deck. And the first thing we do is we show the spectator the Queen of Clubs, and we turn it over and put it in their hand. And now the second thing we want to do is show the Queen of Spades. Now if you remember, the Queen of Spades is the 3rd card. So what we're going to have to do is perform something called a triple lift, where we take 3 cards and turn them over as one, showing the Queen of Spades. And now I have a very in-depth tutorial on how to do the double lift. So I'm going to put a link to that down in the description because it's very similar to the triple lift. But in our case, here's what we'll do. We'll take the 4 cards and we're going to put a pinky break right here. And we'll put the 4 cards right on top. So it'll look just like that. And this will make it easier for you to do the triple lift. So now we show the Queen of Clubs, put it in the spectator's hand, and then we do the triple lift to show the Queen of Spades. So we flip this back over and we put it in the spectator's hand. We put the top card in the spectator's hand. Now the spectator is thinking this is the Queen of Spades. However, this is the Ace of Diamonds. Okay, so now the spectator thinks this is the Queen of Clubs, this is the Queen of Spades. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take the bottom card, which is the Queen of Clubs, and ask the spectator, what card are you holding in your hand? So now they're of course going to be inclined to say the Queen of Spades because they don't know this is the Ace of Diamonds. And now while they're answering this trick, what we have to do is do a very subtle move and swap this Queen of Clubs with this Ace of Hearts. And all we're going to do is this, just like that. And the reason, just to go back a little bit, the reason I'm asking the question is because when they answer, you want them to be looking at you or looking somewhere else. You don't want them to be looking at your hand. So the question is used as a distraction, so they're not looking at your hands. So just real quick, once again, this is the move. I'm going to take the thumb and push over the top card, which is the Ace of Hearts. And now we're going to take the Queen of Clubs and put it right on top, just like that. And these 4 fingers are going to grab this Ace of Hearts that's on the bottom and pull it out just like that. So in slow motion, that's what the switch looks like. So just like that. And it doesn't have to be fast as long as the spectator is looking at you while talking or distracted somewhere else. So just casually you could do this. I usually do this while pointing. This way it looks like I'm just taking this back, and during the part where these hands are crossing, swap the cards and point just like that. Right, so all we're doing is swapping the cards and getting the Ace of Hearts. Now we'll put this right on top. Now once again, we're going to ask the spectator which card's on top and which card's on the bottom. They're of course going to say the Queen of Clubs is on top and the Queen of Spades is on bottom. And now in David Blaine's version of the performance, he says, would you be impressed if the Queen of Clubs were on the bottom and Queen of Spades was on top? And the spectator usually says yes. And then when he does the reveal, we see that we have the 2 red aces. And that's it, guys. Short and sweet. David Blaine used this trick so many times to fool a lot of people, including the president at the time. And it's something that you might not get immediately, but once you have down, it'll blow people's minds. Alright, with that, make sure to leave a comment down below. Tell me what you thought of the trick. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video.